Okay, welcome friends. Happy Monday. Um, Today we're going to be working on build up for navasana and doing a few different variations. Navasana is boat pose, and it's kind of something that often gets skipped over or added in at the very last moment at the end of a class. So today we're going to do some warm up and build up towards it. It's a really great posture to engage entirely through the whole body because it requires the strength of all muscles, not only your core. So if you have two blocks, great. If you don't have something maybe like a block, we're going to use that for a little bit of stability on a couple of moves, not a shoulder. What is this, an elbow drop? And before we begin, I started reading the book, 21 Things You Don't Know About the Indian Act. And I just want to start off by acknowledging the unceded territories on which I live. So I'm in Langley, British Columbia, which is on Stolo First Nations and specifically Katzie First Nations. And I encourage you, wherever you are in the world, to cultivate a deeper connection of the land that you are on and do more of our part. Our world is burning and on fire right now, and it is a sign to wake up and to pay attention to everything that's going on. And yeah, I get it. You're back to working 5 days a week, and it can seem like a lot, but there's also not only our personal scale, but the global scale of where we need to put our energy and time and money. Cool. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. So thank you. When you are ready, we're going to start the playlist and then lie ourselves on down. Today playlist is Yoga Navasana, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then make your way down onto your mat. Have your blocks nearby. What do I do here? So once you make your way down onto your mat, maybe see if you can make yourself 5 to 10% more comfortable or relaxed. Maybe relax your shoulders from the inside out. And take a moment, get grounded here. Notice your heels, your calves, your buttocks. Maybe your mid-back, your shoulder blades, back of your head. Allow everything to feel heavy. Perhaps noticing a heaviness through the back line of your body. And then notice the top of your feet, the front of your shins, your knees, your quads, your stomach, your chest, your throat, your face. And perhaps feel a lightness. With every breath in, feel yourself get a little bit lighter. And your exhale, a little bit heavier. 2 more times, inhale, feel light through the front. And then exhale, a grounding through the back. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. And shake out your arms, shake out your legs, let everything go. And then bring your knees up to 90 degrees. Your shins are parallel with your ceiling. Reach your right arm overhead, extend your right leg out. And as you exhale, bring them closer together. Hands on your knees, same thing, other side. Inhale, open your left leg long, left arm long. Exhale, draw them back together. So switching side by side, doing the right side here, and then the left. And as you move through these cycles of dead bug, try and imprint your low back onto the mat. And then keep pushing your hand into your knee throughout the whole time. Yeah, good. You might start to notice your upper abdominals firing up when you add that little extra pressure of your hand to your knee. One more time here. Okay, then draw your knees in towards your chest, rock a little bit side to side. Grab your block or anything that you have, and if you don't have a block, totally cool. You place the block on your thigh and then your elbow onto the block. So it's only on one side right now. A variation of dead bug here, a little bit more of engagement through our lats. And if you don't have a block or you want to make it extra spicy, you can lift your shoulder blades off and then bring your elbow and knee to touch. So inhale, extend your left arm long, left leg long. Exhale, draw them closer together. Inhale to reach long. Exhale, draw them closer together. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And switch sides. If you have that block, bring it over onto the left side or right side, whichever side you were doing. And your head can be down. It could be lifted. Your shoulder blades could be up. Inhale, right arm, right leg extends long. Exhale, draw them closer together. Inhale, extend open through the front side of your body. Exhale, curl in round. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Starting to wake up the core here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Move your block out of the way. Reach your hands up towards the ceiling and then bring them over towards the left. Maybe you lift your shoulder blades up. Knees are at 90 degrees. Push your hands away. Try to straighten out through your arms. Draw your knees closer in and a little bit further away. So customize this here. Customize, it sounds like it's a car or something. Start to adjust this shape however you need. So maybe that means that you draw your knees really close in, lifting your hips, and then you extend your legs long. Maybe keep the movement small and controlled. The important part is keep pushing your hands. Maybe reach your shoulder blades up a little bit more. Good, go for 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, draw your knees in towards your chest, reset. Whew. We're gonna do this one more time on the other side, and then we have one additional move, and then we're gonna start flowing. Cool? All right. Arms reach up, arms straight, bring them over towards the right, lift your shoulder blades up, knees in towards you. Your choice, your feet could be flexed or pointed, and then point away and drawing them in. Your exhale draws your knees back in, and your choice, you could exhale out your nose or your mouth. Making the movement as big or small as you want. Maybe reach your shoulder blades off the ground a little bit more. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, knees in towards your chest, rock a bit side to side. Good. If you have your blocks, grabbing them again. If you have books or pillows, those work as well. And you don't even need blocks here. Reach your arms up, straighten them out, and then plug your shoulder blades back onto the ground. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Your feet are flexed here. Take a big breath in. And your exhale, extend your legs out. Inhale, draw them back in. Exhale, extend. So you're trying to bring your knees up in between your elbows. And maybe you lift that tailbone off the ground just a bit when you draw your knees in. So if you notice, this movement is something that we often do when we are in plank or building up to crow, because we're also using the strength of our arms here. Let's do 2 more. If you've got blocks, place them off to the side, knees in towards your chest. Hands behind your thighs. Start to rock and roll yourself on up to seated. And take a few times together. Play around here, massage your spine. Once you're in seated, straighten out your legs in front of you. Toes point up. Fold over your legs. Ooh, so first forward fold of the day. I don't know about you, but this is feeling extra spicy. Holy moly. So breathe a little bit more into your back. Asking our legs to wake up. Plant your palms, cross your ankles, and then make your way into your first down dog, inverted V shape. If you want, you could pedal out your heels or find any movement. And if Ujjayi breath is in your practice, that audible inhales in and out through your nose, you could start it now. Walk your feet up towards your hands, forward fold top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. Slowly ragdoll up to standing. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll your shoulders back and down. Bring your feet a little bit closer. And then use your inhale, sink your hips back, come into your chair pose. Weight is far back into your heels. Shift your bum, further back. See if you can bring your quads parallel with the ground. Yeah, like really deep here. And then forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step your right foot back down and long. Pivot it down 45 degrees, rise on up, warrior 2. Flip your palms open towards the ceiling. Inhale, straighten through your front leg, palms touch overhead. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten out, gaze goes up. Exhale, warrior 2. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Windmill your hands down to the ground. Pivot onto the ball of that right foot, step back, high or low plank. Knees can be lifted or lowered. And then from here, drop down onto one forearm and then the other. Forearm plank, good. Try and push your heels back. Yes, find length through the midline of your core. Lift up through your torso just a little bit. And then start to dip your hips over to one side, then the other. Slow and with control. Your hips don't have to touch the ground here. Okay, 2 more times. Really firing up the core here on this Monday afternoon. Back up onto one hand, up to the other. Push back into your down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Silently plant it behind your right hand. Left foot down. Inhale, warrior 2. Good job. Settle in here. Come back to your breath. Flip your palms open. Inhale, palms touch. Straighten out through that front leg. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, warrior 2. Good. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Windmill your hands down to the ground. Push back, high or low plank. This time, staying up on your hands. Tap your right shoulder over to your right hand, left shoulder, back down, and then switching sides. So you could stay with your knees lifted or lowered. We're trying to take out the rocking of side to side, keeping your hips as stable as possible. Two more times each side. So right, left hand, left hand. Tuck your toes, push back, down dog. Come back to your breath. You're doing a fantastic job. Look to the top of your mat. Step, jump, float, walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing, palms touch, gaze goes up. And then exhale, hands down through heart center, back beside. Nice. Okay. Next set, when you're ready, if you have blocks, 1 or 2, bring it to the middle of your mat. And for crow, you don't have to use a block. I just want to provide some options today. So you know how we were doing those ones like this, but kind of not quite like that. Anyways, when we're doing those shapes, core engagement on our backs, that's to help us with our crow here. So bring your big toes to touch, come high up on your heels and crouch yourself down. Your arms are going to go further out in front, really, really straight, and your gaze goes forward. Lift your hips up, and then if you want, you could bring your feet onto the blocks. Try and bring your knees up as much as you can towards your armpits or your triceps. Gaze is way, way, way forward, like think way forward, and then start to lean. Maybe you lift one foot, maybe you lift both. And whatever shape you're in, stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Step, jump, float, high plank. Keep that block underneath you. Good. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Maybe you can rest your quads on that block. And then tuck your toes. Push back, child's pose. Moving the block out in front of you so you can rest your forehead down on it. A little bit more of a restorative child's pose here. Bending at your elbows. Notice your breath. Relax your shoulders from the inside out. Staying here for 3 more breaths. See if you can make yourself 10% more comfortable or relaxed. And then moving your block out of the way. Reach your hands more forward. Tuck your toes, push back, down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Plant it behind your right hand. Left foot pivots down. This time, rise on up, warrior 1. Your palms are touching, squaring your chest off to the front. Try and push down a little bit more through that outer arch of your left foot, stretching through your calf here. Maybe bend a little bit more into your right leg. Yeah. Whew. Tiny little back bend. Maybe you want to interlace your hands, place them at the nape of your neck, open your elbows wide. Reach your arms back up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands down, push back, high plank. This time from your high plank, knees lifted or lowered, hip dips side to side. A little different from that first version where we're down on our forearms. Here, we're staying up high. 4, 3, 2, you can do it. Last one. Over towards the right, left, center, push back, down dog. Shorten your stance. Inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest, ripple forward. Plant your left hand down. Plant your right foot down. Rise on up. Warrior 1. Squaring your chest off to the front. Keep rolling your left knee a little more open. Option again, interlace your fingers, open up through your chest, bend deeply into your front knee. And breathe into the top of your chest. Gaze goes up towards your ceiling. Arms reach back up, big breath in. Exhale, fingertips come back down to the ground. Come back into your high or low plank, knees lifted or lowered. Bring your feet a little wider apart. Same thing, shoulder taps. Staying up high here. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one to the right, to the left. Push back, child's pose. Good job. Stay for 3 slow breaths. Bring your chest back on up. Gather your knees underneath you. Tuck your toes. Push back, down dog. Leg to the top of your mat. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your feet back 6 inches. Again, right away, come into your crow pose. So maybe you stay here lifted. You still find that Mula Bandha engagement. A lift through that pelvic floor. Maybe you want to float 1 or 2 feet off the ground. Gaze is way far forward. Good. Hold for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Feet come back down. Open your feet wide apart. Shift your hips back. Come into Malasana, deep squat. From your Malasana, reach your hands more forward. Lift your chest. Reach right arm up, left arm up. Big breath in. Exhale, stand yourself on up. Right arm up, left arm up. Use your inhale, sink your hips back down. Malasana, deep squat. Keep your chest lifted here. Proud chest, humble chin. Reach your left arm up a little higher, right arm up. Push down through your heels. Exhale, stand yourself on up. Good. Working on that glute engagement. So notice if you're popping your bum way far back, try and keep it a little bit more underneath you. Left arm reaches up, right arm up. Inhale, sink back, Malasana. Right arm up a little higher, left arm up a little higher. Exhale, stand yourself on up. Good. Last one, sink yourself all the way down. This time, reach your arms way far forward and try to rock down onto your bum into Navasana, boat pose. So your feet can be lifted or your toes down on the ground. Shins are parallel with the ceiling if you choose down and lifted. And you want to kind of rock onto that bony part. Kind of like a teeter-totter. You're like, oh, find your happy medium. Good. Hands can stay behind your thighs or reach them out in front of you. Flare your toes. Maybe bring your heels up a little higher. And then bring your feet down. Scoot your bum back a little bit and extend your legs out. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Mudra finger grip, peace finger grip around your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. Bring your elbows out wide. 3 slow and steady breaths. And think about bringing your chest more forward, not necessarily a rounding. There's obviously going to be a bit of rounding. And notice if your pinky toes are curling in towards one another. Try and flex your feet as if you're standing against a wall. Yes. Bring yourself on up. Cross your right leg over top, trying to bring your heel towards your left hip bone. Finding our way into half lotus. Your right hand is going to wrap around, and maybe you grab your bicep, or maybe you can grab your right foot. Square your chest off to the front. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, tip and hinge. Really this time, try and keep your back as straight as possible. Having that grip of your bicep will help keep your chest lifted. Rise back on up. Keep your legs as they are. Your right hand is going to go onto, no, how do I want to do this? Left fingertips behind. Right hand reaches for the outside of your left leg. There we go. Opening your chest over toward the left. Ooh. And then maybe bending into your elbow to bring your chest a little closer towards you. Coming back on up. Release, and then switch sides, half lotus, left heel towards your right hip bone. Right hand grabs your left foot, and then that left arm wraps around. Maybe you grab your bicep, maybe not. Ugh. Maybe you can actually grab that left foot. Squaring your chest off to the front, big breath in. And then exhale, fold. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely getting a double whammy of my ankle bone into my right quad. So try and keep your quads supple here. Bring yourself on up. Release your grip, right hand behind. Left hand reaches for the outside of that right foot. Oof. Rising back on up. Release, shake out your legs. Plant your palms, cross your ankles. Try and lift your bum up just an inch or two. Bring it back down. 2 more times, lift your bum up. Maybe swing a little bit, play around. 1 more time. Good. Cross your ankles, plant your palms, push back into your down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Plant it in between your hands. Pivot your left foot down, rise on up, warrior two. Straighten out through your front leg, pop your left hip back, reach forward, really extend through your right fingertips. Try and open your chest more towards the left. And then bring your right hand down either on your thigh, your shin, the ground into your Trikonasana triangle pose. Gaze goes up. Rising back on up, warrior two. Hands on your hips. Turn your right toes in, left toes out, warrior two, facing the back of your mat. Straighten out through that left leg, pop your right hip back, reach forward, really, really reach. And then extend, come into your triangle. And then keep pushing your right hip a little more forward. Rise back on up, warrior two. Turn your left toes in, so you're slightly pigeon-toed here. Big breath in. Exhale, tip and hinge. Again, peace finger mudra grip on your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold elbows wide, crown of your head's reaching down towards the ground. Release your fingertips, walk them back over towards the front of your mat. Heel toe your right foot far over towards the edge of your right mat. Toes are turned out. Bring your chest forward. And then step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Sink your bum back into your malasana. Reach your arms forward, palms touch, chest is lifted. And see if you can drop your bum down onto the mat without shifting too much, making your way into navasana again, boat pose. Good. Lift up your chest a little bit higher. And then lower your feet. Scoot your bum back a little bit. So building off of what we were doing with that half lotus into our navasana, our boat pose. So coming into your navasana, find the bony part on your bum. Shift your weight back a bit. Maybe lift one leg up, maybe lift two. Take your left ankle and you're going to cross it over top, drawing it in towards you. Good. Now from here, the traditional variation is still find that bind. I say good luck. That's a great idea. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to reach and try and grab my extended leg. Yeah. And if you roll forward or back, that's great. It's a practice. Maybe bringing that leg up a little bit higher. This is why we're working on those forward folds. Nice. And then bending into your knee, bring that foot back down and cross. Whew. Ready? Second side, navasana. Right leg crosses, bringing that heel towards your left hip. Heck, maybe you can find that bind. That's cool. Or maybe you want to extend your left leg up. Whew. Reach it up. And if you notice that you're rounding a lot through your mid back, try and bring your chest up a little bit higher. Good. Whew. Relax your shoulders down. There you go. And then release that foot. Good job. Uncross your ankles, windshield wiper your legs side to side. Another variation of navasana. Rocking off of your sitting bones, onto the bony part of your bum. Bringing your legs up. Palms touch. Lift your chest up here. See if you can draw your knees to the outside towards your shoulders. Yeah, feet are still touching though. And as you exhale, extend your legs out. Inhale, draw them in. Keep your feet lifted. Yeah. Exhale, extend. Really push your palms into one another. One more time. See how high you can reach them, curling like a ball. Heels are lifted. Exhale, extend. Okay, draw your knees in towards your chest. Good job. I say good job because like you're doing the best you can and that's all you can ask for on this Monday afternoon. Feet are down, palms touch. Bring your chest down halfway and then arms over toward the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale over towards the right. Inhale, exhale, slow and controlled. Staying here if you'd like, or maybe you'd like to lift your feet up again. Navasana, kind of with a twist. Two more times each side, left, right, left for the last one, center, right. Good. Draw your knees in, give yourself a big squeeze. Awesome job. Peace fingers grip one more time. Hook them onto your big toes. Bring your heels closer towards you. Lift your chest first. See how much of a flat back you can keep here as maybe you start to play around with extending one leg or two. You could open your legs wide or keep them close together. Lift it up. Whew. You can also play around, keeping one leg lifted, extending the other leg out. Woo! We're just playing. Okay, there's no end goal here. There's nothing, no shape that you need to look like. You know, when was the last time that you just kind of played around with balancing here? You know, if you fall, you don't have far to go. Yeah, draw those knees in towards you. Give them a squeeze. And then knees go wide, feet touch. Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Okay, so up to you for how you're feeling. If you want to make it extra spicy one more time, find one more variation of Navasana, or if you're like, you know what, Ash, I've had enough. Perfect, great. Lie down. You could find butterfly shape with your legs in a supine position. Otherwise, if you want, you could join me here. Right hand goes to the outside of your left leg, extending it out. Left fingertips far behind, and then reaching your right leg out, hovering your heel off the ground. And then maybe start to float that left hand up. Point your right foot, make small little circles with your right foot. Good, keep that chest lifted. Whew. Draw your right knee in towards you. See if you can cross that right ankle in between. Good, cross-legged navasana. Whew. Yeah, good job. Good. Draw your knees back in, feet back down. Let's switch sides. Right hand behind. Left hand grabs the outside of your right foot, extends it out. And then maybe you hover your left foot off the ground, right arm up. Tiny little circles with that left leg. Good. Draw your left knee in, see if you can snake it through. Extending your legs back out. Navasana with a twist. And then drawing your knees back in towards you, rolling yourself down onto your back. If you're lying down with your legs in butterfly, planting your feet down on the ground, push your hands down, and we make our way into a inversion of shoulder stand. Really important that your gaze is facing up and that you don't turn your head from side to side once you get in here. So push down through your hands, lift your hips up. Actually, no, that's a lie. Hands on your bum, draw your knees in towards you, and then start to lift your legs up. The trick is to try and draw your elbows closer together and your toes are pointing up, trying to bring your feet in line with your knees, your hips, and maybe your shoulders. It requires an activation of the core, so don't let the front side of your body get lazy here. And you're on your shoulders, you're not on your neck. Weight is light in your head. And then maybe you want to play. Maybe you want to open up your legs wide. Make a diamond shape. Noticing your proprioception, the awareness of your body in space. Maybe making your legs cross-legged. And then to come out of this, slowly lowering your hips, hands on your low back, knees come towards you. And then with control, lowering your vertebrae down one at a time. Good. Bringing your feet down. Feet as wide as your mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. Counter pose is Matsyadrasana, fish pose. Knees are bent. Bringing one shoulder blade or arm underneath you than the other. Your palms are down, so you're resting your bum on your hands. Legs are straight. See if you can come up a little bit to bring your elbows closer together and maybe come onto the crown of your head. Gaze goes back. Allow for an opening through your throat. Noticing the temperature of the air in the back of your mouth, the roof of your mouth. And then coming back onto the back of your head, releasing one arm at a time. Maybe drawing your knees in towards you. And if there's any other final shapes that you want to take, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, making your way into your final pose of rest. We'll be here for about 3 minutes today. Once you make your way into your final pose of rest, maybe noticing what has a hold of you and asking it to soften its grip. Allowing yourself to surrender here in your body on your mat. Noticing the temperature of your air as it enters in through your nostril. The exchange of warm air as it leaves your body. Resisting the urge of productivity, of moving forward, of always being in action. Giving yourself permission to rest. And reset. Slowly starting to deepen your breath. Introducing movement back into your body. Perhaps drawing your knees in towards your chest. And up to you, you could rock your way on up to seated or roll over onto one side, pushing yourself on up. And to end our practice today, I encourage you to place your hands on your legs or your lap, palms facing up. Kind of in honor or recognition of the collective of community. Recognizing that the earth is burning, it's on fire, it is signaling for us to wake up. Knowing that we have the power to enact change and be part of change in our world and society. So opening your hands up nice and wide. Imagine breathing space into the palms of your hand. Big breath in. And then exhale out your mouth. 2 more times. Big breath in, open up your hands. Exhale, let it go. Last one, big breath in and out. Gently opening your eyes. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your Monday. If you have any questions, let me know. No class on Wednesday. It is Eden's first day of daycare, and it's like 45 minutes long because you know that's what daycares do. So no class because I'll be with her, but I look forward to seeing you all next week. The recordings are available on YouTube, so feel free to use one of those as your practice. And yeah, thanks so much, everyone. You're all the best.